Hello. Today we're going to do a quick hack to release full body tension quickly. So in order to do that very effectively, I would like to give you just a very simplistic anatomy lesson on what we're going to be working with, okay? So we've got our spinal cord. Our spinal cord is a bundle of nerves. So from here, you see from your brain, it's like a tail, and it's a bundle of nerves that come all the way down through the spine. And those nerves are encased in a sheath, and that's called our dura or our dura mater, but I'm just gonna say our dura, our dural sheath. And that dural sheath is like, it's like a casing, or if you can picture like the insulation around a bundle of wires, and it runs inside the spinal canal. So I want you to have kind of a picture of what that looks like. So some of these vertebrae are missing a little bit. You can see this yellow, that's the spinal cord. The spinal cord is continuous all the way up to the brain, to the stem of the brain, and the dura encases the brain and runs as a sheath inside the spinal canal. So you've got the body of the vertebra, this is the front side, okay? And then you've got the back, those are the pokies that you can feel when you touch your spine. And inside there, it makes a little bony canal. And our nerves, our spinal cord runs down that bony canal and it branches out. See all this yellow? This is the branching out. And the dura insulates all the way through all of these nerves. And the sheath of the dura mater anchors right around this middle of the sacrum. Call that around the S2 point. So right around this middle of the sacrum point is where it anchors, and all the way up around your brain. What can happen is the dura itself can have tension and restriction, and that inhibits the nerve stimulation. It can create pain, it can inhibit movement. So if we can trigger a release of the dural sheath all the way through, we can actually have a really quick fix to overall body tension, especially back care, things like headaches, just a variety of benefits. So that's what our work is going to focus on today. Enjoy. We'll start seated, just feeling your feet and your sitting bones on the chair surface beneath you, and then begin to massage your sacrum. Just rub the sacrum. The sacrum is that flat bone in the back of your pelvis. Rub your hands together, get them nice and warm, and then place them on your sacrum and massage, starting to soften and relax the dura. Now put your hands on your legs and feel the soles of your feet open up to the ground. As you breathe, imagine that you're drawing energy in through your feet and directly into your sacrum, like you're sipping up through your bones, breathing in and breathing out through the soles and the sacrum. As you inhale, you expand, and as you exhale, you relax. Try breathing through your nose in and out here if you can, and just feel everything loosen up. Become aware of where you're starting right now. Now, moving around the navel level, we're going to do some spine waves, extending forward and rolling back. I'd like you to focus this really around that navel level. That's what's initiating the movement. We're just getting a sense here as we go both directions of how much glide the spinal cord has in the bony canal and how much we maybe have room for improvement. Now picture the brain, the spinal cord running all the way down and anchoring into the sacrum. And inhale, expand your hands away from each other. And exhale, condense. We're creating a chi ball or energy ball with the hands. This helps to open our breathing into our lower energy center, which will help our movement. Turn your palms up, collecting the sunlight. Lightly spiral the hands, collecting energy in through the palms of your hands. And then turning them down, collecting the energy from the earth, spiraling it into the palms of the hands, and allowing it to come all the way into your body. Feeling that energy into your lower energy center. Now put one hand on the very back of your skull and one hand on your sacrum. As you breathe in, imagine you're blowing up one of those long clown balloons. And as you inhale, it inflates, bringing the back of your skull and your sacrum slightly away from each other. As you exhale, it returns. Inhaling and exhaling. So notice it is a very light, very gentle rocking motion. Now we start turning the head side to side. What we want to avoid doing is moving like side bending or tilting the head. If you feel a restriction, just notice it. Keep your head level to the floor. Feel that dura running all the way through your spinal cord and turn your head side to side. Picture the twisting and tensioning of the dural sheath gliding inside the bony vertebrae, all the way down to your sacrum, turning your brain, twisting, spinning, ringing, creating glide and slide for all of the nerves. Now we're going to tilt side to side. So as your head drops to one side, notice that dural stretch. Now we all have little deviations. One side's easier than the other. What you want to avoid is moving your rib cage with it or letting your head turn or tilt. So keep your ribs, keep your bones, your skeleton in one place so you can feel the pulley system of glide as your head drops to one side and you drop the opposite sit bone heavy. So as your head drops to the left, your right sit bone gets heavy. As you drop to the right, your left sit bone gets heavy. As you get more adept at tuning into this, these movements become very therapeutic. They help you discover where your restrictions are. And that gives you a very pinpointed focus on what you can release. Remember, yes, we're stretching the neck, but I'd like you to visualize this all the way down to the sacrum, gliding through your spinal canal, stimulating all of the nerves so we have freedom of movement. Now we're going to go like there's a little window in front of you and a little paintbrush on your chin, and you're just going to draw little circles. It's almost like a bobblehead kind of freedom. But again, we're focusing on how this responds all the way down the spinal cord to the sacrum. We're swirling, swishing, making it feel very fluid and slippery. So all of the nerves can glide through the tissues without strain or stress. Continue breathing steadily, smoothly. Now move the shoulders around a bit. Let's do 3 circles to the back, and then we'll do 3 circles to the front. Allow their rippling motion to run through your spine. Now we're moving the shoulders, the elbows, and the upper arms. Just again, 3 times each direction, feeling the chest open, the rib cage responding like an accordion, opening and closing naturally with your movement and with your breath. Now let the head drop back, feel your spine round, tailbone drops, and then you go the other way. Just warming that up once, and now make fists with your hands. Open your legs, and we'll do spinal cord breathing. Curl the tail forward and drop your head, and then inhale, open out the other way. When you open, imagine that you're stretching out of a tight shirt, like a morning stretch. Concentrate on from the brain to the sacrum, gliding the spinal cord through the vertebrae, allowing the skeleton to move freely, allowing the nerves to move freely, and allowing the dural sheath to glide and slide. Inhaling as we open and expand, exhaling as we curl. Just a couple more here. And now, we're going to open the legs just a little bit wider, perhaps. Interlace your fingers and stretch up. If you can't get your hands directly over the top of your head, feel free to rest your hands on top of your head instead. Imagine your back is against a wall. We go side to side. Don't let this become a neck bend. You see how my head is turning inside the window of the arms. Your head stays framed in the arms, and the movement is from the waist. Side to side. We're moving through what's called the door of life, which is behind the navel, the vertebrae area behind the navel. So a few times to each side, then we'll take it into a circle, still moving from that door of life center. This is one of the areas that can get very closed and congested, but also have a very profound effect when you open it. After 3 times, we switch directions. Circling, massaging your abdominal organs, and gliding the vertebrae and the nerves. And now, we're going to finish one more standing. Sink a little bit and pull up through your hands like you're drawing up through a straw. Reach your palms to the sky and then stretch your long spine forward. Let your neck and shoulders relax. You want to bend your knees as much as you need to. Pull up through your belly as you slide your hands up your low back and cradle your kidneys. Bend your knees and activate your glutes as you stretch backwards, then keeping your hands on your kidneys, stretch all the way down. Inhale and expand into your hands, then down the legs, over the feet, and up the inner thighs, up to the collarbones, and exhale, down, sinking down. I'm going to show you from the side. Draw the hands up, reach up through your palms, and really bend your knees as much as you need to keep a long spine. Stretch the whole spine down. Picture from sacrum to brain, loose and soft. Now, slide the hands up the backs of the legs as you roll up and cradle your kidneys with your hands. Warm them up a bit. Activate your glutes, bend your knees, open your chest to the sky. Keep your hands on your kidneys as you fall back forward. And then, like a waterfall, inhale and expand. Then draw the hands down the backs of the legs, up the inner thighs, all the way up to the collarbones, and let it sink down. Now that we've opened it all up, let's finish by clearing the field. Gather chi from all around you, drawing it in from the heavens and in through the crown of the head. And then, like you're flushing a fluid line, bring it right through, clearing away any debris, anything unneeded. And then gather up the fresh chi from the earth, drawing it up through your spinal cord, up to your brain, and like a fountain, opening up and clearing your entire field of energy all around you. And then place your hands on your heart and thank yourself for being here today.